Why?
I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. We are not getting paid for that, so I,
Obviously,
I
you
just
are. It's
Even though you
okay.
eat there all the time. You eat there all the time. And I
I
know
can
you're
see him as
Every
Taco Bell.
damn day.
that ain't even true. That ain't even beyond beginning to be true. I don't know
what?
where
Go
y'all
Every
get your
getting this
Crunchwrap
from.
Supreme. Go and
every
get that
time
Crunchwrap
he asks you,
Supreme.
Q, what you eating? Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Taco
Because
Bell.
it's sometimes I can afford to go there, and it's less than 10 minutes from my house.
I'm sure
Aren't
there
there
are other
other
places.
places around?
That's affordable with the same
Right.
prices as Taco Bell.
Because Taco
I
Bell
don't know
going up.
how me sending a picture snowballed into y'all once again critiquing my life
I mean, you
choice.
don't get heartburn from that.
Right. And you put
I
it in
got,
there.
I
You
get,
put
I
you were
get,
like, hey,
I
guess what
get,
this is?
yes, but I didn't say it to be critiqued. I did
I
it to
like
be
my other guests better. I like my other guests. At least it gave us
any,
some grit.
anywho.
You know, anywho.
What is up, y'all? What it do? It is us, your squad, your favorite squad ever. We are
That
in the
keeps happening. These balloons. That keeps what is up?
because it's a celebration. We're back. We're
So
back.
that was
to
you who
talk.
did that the other time. That was you. That was
No,
you
it
who
wasn't.
was doing
No,
that.
it
Yes,
was not me. It was not me. Just because I said it was a celebration doesn't mean it was me. I just understand that there's a lot
That's
to
something a
celebrate.
man who eat Taco Bell would say.
Mm.
No,
What you get a
just
Baja
because a mother.
Blast too?
No, I did. I got the brisk lemonade, John.
You should have went for the Baja Blast, man.
The Baja Blast
Right.
is
Baja Blast is
mid.
good. I will get a Baja Blast.
The Baja Blast is very mid. The freeze is mid, and the ginger
What?
Mid.
mid. It is mid.
Says the one who eats it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We
Okay.
only get two things. What up, Josh? What up? What up?
What
Thank
up,
you for tuning
Josh?
in.
What
We
This
up?
only
man
get
talking about stuff is mid. Like,
we only get two things from Taco Bell. We only get two drinks from Taco Bell, three at the most. The strawberry lemonade that they just came out, the brisk dragon fruit, or the brisk lemonade. That's it.
kind of basic, don't you think?
No, far from it.
You sure? That's kind of basic.
Y'all talking about some Baja Blast? That's pretty
I mean,
basic.
but who else is doing a Baja Blast though? Who was doing
Everybody,
Code Red? Who was doing Code Red back in the day? Huh?
see, you're adding stuff though. Now you're adding things.
But it's still in the same Mountain Dew family.
Is it?
Yeah,
See, he's stuttering. He's stuttering, folks. He's stumbling. He's stuttering.
because I'm
He's
behooved by
stumbling.
like that question.
He's stumbling and bumbling, folks.
What kind of?
He don't
Question.
even know what to say after that. But welcome, y'all. We are back. There's a lot has transpired since you've seen us last talk in this capacity. You might want to switch it. You know what? No, Mike doesn't have to change. I'll change. I'll change.
The Taco Bell cup. The Taco Bell cup.
But yes, a lot has transpired since you've seen us last in this capacity.
Yeah, I'm pregnant now.
Yeah,
What?
he's
Dude.
9 months. He's 9 months
I'm with
along.
I'm with child. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, it's amazing. It's a true blessing. True blessing.
So yep, he's 9 months along. He did a gender reveal party that didn't miraculously burn down
Hmm.
his neighborhood as it goes.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're here to talk to y'all about these actors and these marvels and these moons because a lot has transpired and we can finally talk. What up? See, Josh said congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on what, being an influencer?
No.
He's Pregorino.
Yeah, because I'm with child.
Yes, me too.
Okay, so we're gonna have an MD baby shower. Let's get it. MD
Okay,
baby shower.
the baby
Let's get it.
shower.
Yeah.
I'm so ready.
I got me a baby mama.
I
So
hear
I'm
hold my
not-
belly rubbing it.
Woo.
So yeah, what y'all gonna get my baby mama for her baby shower?
You tell Krishan that I said.
No.
What?
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like,
And
don't
I'm
even
ready for the
do.
baby shower food though. Give me those meatballs. Give me those double eggs. Give me those wings. Oh, the baby shower
Damn
food.
meatballs. Damn meatballs.
Y'all know the type of food I'm talking about.
Give me the little finger sandwiches. Give me
Right.
a little, my
Yeah.
little punch. You know,
Right.
let me go
Like
outside.
that diabetes
You
punch
know,
that gives you like that, like was too tart, but it hit you hot. Man.
Y'all
Oh
know
my
what time it
gosh.
is. Y'all know what time it is.
it hits you right there.
But yeah,
Right.
but
What?
yes, we're going to be breaking down, speaking on whatever the proper nomenclature is. We're going to be talking about the SAG-AFTRA and the actors getting the deals that they have been fighting so hard for. We've seen the Marvels, and we will be giving our opinions on the film. And of course, we see a Rebel Moon rising, and we see some troubles on the way, and we're going to be speaking on that as well. But first things first, beautiful black folks. What y'all plan on eating? What y'all plan on eating after the stream? Quickly.
I got spicy turkey club from McAllis just waiting for me.
Facts.
I'm eating your hopes and dreams.
Well, they're pretty sour at the moment. So
I can season them properly. Just because you don't know how to cook, don't mean we don't know how to cook.
well, I will be
My
eating.
hopes and dreams. Damn. Golly.
I'll be eating what's left of
course.
this
You're
Taco
Taco
Bell
Bell.
box.
Yeah, we there.
All
believe
the
there's-
cooking that you do.
I believe there's a cheesy. I believe there's a cheesy gordita crunch in here. So that's what I'll be eating.
Yes, influencer. Come on, influencer.
Yeah, Taco Bell can run me a check. I ain't gonna be
Let's
mad at
go.
it.
Let's go.
But yeah, let's get on down to the muy importante stuff. Item number one, SAG-AFTRA after what was like 146 days, correct? Is that the correct
118,
amount of-
118 days.
118 days after many fights and negotiations and debunking corporate studio malarkey. They finally settled on a tentative deal that will last 3 years. That features a lot of the protection that they were aiming to secure for themselves, and most importantly, the up and coming smaller day players, background actors, things like that. Because you have a lot of people who may have been keeping up with this and assuming that this is only for the top 1% trying to fatten their pockets, but in reality, that was far from the case. This was about securing the future for actors who don't have that cachet, or even a 20th of that cachet. This was about protecting all of the little people that follows their dreams to become an actor. So, who wants to break down first their thoughts?
I'll go.
Okay.
So one of the parts of the deals I thought, ladies first, ladies first. One thing that I thought was interesting is that they also have protection for female actors who have to do their hair and makeup by themselves. It said any makeup artist or any hairstylist who's in the trailers, they have to be diversified with their how they do their hair, because a lot of, like we talked about on the show, a lot of Black female actors they have to do their own hair and home makeup because the studios or the networks hire these hair and makeup artists who don't know how to do it. And we've heard these stories all the time. And the fact that now that there's going to be protection for women of color to have someone who knows how to do their hair so they're not the ones having to do it. I thought that was a great addition to it, to all the items that were approved. And just the bonuses, the streaming bonuses, trying to find a way to get actors paid for streaming, because that was one of the major things. Okay, how are we going to turn views into money? And the fact that they got that. Now, AI protection, there's still some things that they have to work out as far as that, but at least they're working on it to where like the companies just can't take their likeness and then them not get paid for it, or if they do like a very very small sum and they're not getting like consistently paid for it. So I think they're working on that, but for the most part, it seems like the negotiating committee, they got what they wanted when they were negotiating with the AMPTP. And now the actors can get back to work, because I know a lot of them, they were like, well, where's my next check coming from, where's my next meal coming from? But they were still on the picket line, out there every day, fighting for their right to make a living. It's something that they love to do. And we saw a lot of actors out there in support, and they didn't give up, just like the Writers Guild. They stood out, they stayed out there, they stood their ground until they got what they wanted. And now it's time to get back to work. It's time to just start creating great content. Well, I'm not even gonna call it content anymore. Call it create great artwork. That's what we call it.
I'm glad that that was in there, just because a lot of times these studios do be hiring these people and they can't do nothing for our women, like our black women. Like they cannot style their hair correctly. They cannot either put their foundation on correctly or anything like to make them look, the part. So I'm kind of happy that that is in there because we need that going forward, especially with these women that want to be able to look pretty or look the part. They shouldn't have to do their own hair and makeup just because you don't have the correct person in the staff. So
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
protection was needed.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Period. I think y'all hit the nails on the head. I'm glad that we're finally at this point where the writers and the actors, are finally getting their due and getting their benefits that they've deserved, this whole time. And, I say strike it up on every single facet until, everything's finally at a point where there's equality. Because I think for me, these strikes, these particular two strikes, really did expose just how bad it is when it comes for just asking for the bare minimum of equality. You had all these bootlicking assholes and fans try to undermine them, and the scabs like trying to undermine every single facet of it just because they want to get their 15 minutes, and that's not cool. That's really not cool. And then you got the other side of the spectrum where these people at the tippity top are basically being carpet, no, robber barons, and modern robber barons, and that's just not what a collaborative effort is. And if Hollywood is truly going to be a collaborative effort, more of this needs to be, intact, because it's just it's art. Like Avia said, this is art, and art should not be a manufactured shell of itself. I think that's what these strikes have proven. Like people truly want art. You got to have your blood, sweat, and tears, because if not, what are you doing? You're just
Right.
a manufactured joke. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the Aquarius in me. Yeah.
So yeah, those are some of the great positives of
Mm,
the great
that's
deal.
deep.
Those are some of the good positives of the deal. But I will say, unlike the WGA agreement, which we were able to get the full breadth of what they agreed to and how they were protected. As of this moment, the full agreement of the SAG
No, I
after.
mean, you don't want none of these movies to be coming out
Sorry, but yeah, um, the full breadth of the deals are currently not made public just yet. There's supposed to be a Zoom meeting of some kind to speak with the members to discuss virtually everything at this point. And one of the sticking points to most actors I've seen over the last what it's been close to 2 days now since the deal was struck, something like that, 2 days. Time has been very moving away from me, but they have been they've been asking about some of the language around AI usage because for those who don't know, AI has been the most important sticking point with not just the writers but the actors as well in its implementation by these corporations and studios in terms of how they portray the individual, both how they look, how they speak, how they sound, etc. And so right now, that aspect of the deal is objectively not as clear cut as a lot of people were hoping. And so that has caused a lot of people to still, pause and maybe like try to get a better understanding of things because, no one wants to just operate off of hearsay. However, you also have to take things as serious as possible when it comes to, this aspect of it. So, all in all, we're glad that it seems that things have turned out in favor for the actors, but I hope it's not a temporary fix. I hope it's not something that is a 75% solution as opposed to the 100% solution that they deserve.
And also, there needs to be someone who makes sure that for the WGA and SAG after that the studios and the studio heads are keeping up their side of the bargain. There needs to be someone who keeps them in check. Like, no, that's not the deal that we discussed. That's not the deal that we agreed to. Just to make sure that this type of thing doesn't happen again. That way, there's risk management. Like, there's someone there, like just the middleman or litigator, whatever you want to call it. Just someone there, just making sure that the members of the guilds are protected and will continue to be protected. Because I know, oh, they didn't want to strike.
I don't think they
Right.
scared of shit.
Yeah. It's just like, I mean, if I was in this guild, I wouldn't want this to happen again. Like, I wouldn't want to, wouldn't want to worry about, having to, go on strike again because they didn't want to, they had to, because they
Right.
stood firm and they fought for it. But I mean, I would want to feel safe and secure in my workplace to where I didn't have to worry about these things. That's what they're fighting for. They're fighting to make sure that the next with them and also the people who come after them won't have
Yeah.
to worry about the stuff that they went through. So hopefully this will help.
Well, you got to get those. You got to get certain executives and producers up out of here. You got to get them up out. You got to get certain people up out of here to actually make a significant change,
Hmm.
and they know that. And I think they know that's coming, and that's why everybody's trying to sell, sell, sell. But it's going out with a whimper and not a bang, and it's pretty bad. But small wins, take the wins. But yeah,
Right.
I hate that this isn't I hate that this could be an ongoing fight. That's the worst part of it.
Hmm.
But if we get those wonderful movies, then I guess it's all right. Forget the people behind it.
Mm.
You know. As long as you can write a movie during the writer's strike, I guess it's all okay. As long as it's got a character you love. But
Mm.
anyway, you know, there is a. I think there's a movie that we're all really
Hopefully,
pleased
it's
with.
not.
So yeah, that
I mean,
I
Mike's
think
right. Mike's right. He should say it. What you said, you hope not, and you're right. You shouldn't. Like, yes, you. You're silent, Mike.
I don't know what he said, but it looked like it's so powerful. So yeah, period. Whatever he said, period to it.
Well, before we hop on to the next topic, like we're hopping on pop, let's talk about the Fox with socks.
Oh my God, no, 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 no. We're not talking about Dr. Shiesty Seuss.
What? You know when I came out of blue, I wake up and I see myself tagged in something, and it's a Biggie Smalls gift rapping.
I mean, but those were lyrics. Those were lyrics.
That is my second favorite thing I've seen so far this week. In the last 2 weeks, that's been on the internet. The other one has been those Lego recreation videos I've been sending y'all.
Yes, those are great. Oh, Mr. Knox, we need to do a full. We need to find a book from Dr. Seuss and put a beat to it because Mr. Knox was he was really that fox was trying to get Mr. Knox to do them bricks on them blocks and make sure the chicks and the clocks were around. Yep.
Bars.
Facts. And to think people use Dr. Seuss rhymes as a negative connotation in hip hop.
I'm saying. Well, as we wait, I'm gonna tell everybody whenever they read said tweet that's out there, this is how you're supposed to read it. Look, sir, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir. Let's do tricks with chicks and clocks, sir. That's how you read it.
Yeah.
Yes, in the cadence of a Biggie Smalls rhyme.
Yes. Or Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, fuck her.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of those rappers are really letting me down. A lot going on.
A lot going on.
A lot is going on. A lot is going on in these streets. How have y'all been liking Fortnite OG? This is nice. We can make this a nice little intermission. How have y'all been liking the Fortnite OG map?
I rather enjoy it.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't think I've played with Avia yet on the map.
Yeah, you have.
Have I played with all of y'all?
Wow.
Yeah.
See how he forgets me all? Yes.
First.
Yes, Mr. Knox.
First. You know I forget. You know I'm liable to forget a large variety of things.
How could you forget playing with all four of us, though? I
have.
thought we were a family.
We are.
Man, Reed Richards would do that. He sure would do that. He'd go to the nigga zone and forget everyone was there. I could see that. Yeah. Ultimate Reed Richards, to be exact. Mm-hmm. That's funny. It's funny to me because I know Q hates it. For those who are watching, Q does not like the comparisons to Reed Richards. He thinks it's a bit of a stretch. And
Boo, get off the stage.
he fucking hates it. I love it. I love it.
take you and your Dr. Seuss ass rap and get off the stage.
That's what Mr. Knox would say. That's very ultimate Reed Richards of you.
Oh, hop on pop, Fox and Socks, Cat in the Hat, Grinch Who Stole Christmas, Are You My Mother, Green Eggs and Ham, The Cat in the Hat Comes Back, The Lorax,
Yes,
Horton Here's a Who.
he did. He did. And one
Goddamn.
fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. You know.
All of that mess. You back with us, Mike? His audio is very low.
I think Netflix tried to shut him down.
And shut us out.
Because we were getting too lit with that trailer.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can now.
Can you hear me now? Like, can you hear me like I'm not lagging?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yep.
Okay, but he can't hear us in real time.
Oh.
Like now?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like, are you like right now? Like, can you hear me now?
Yes, but can you hear us now?
Are you sure? Because I feel like I was lagging.
Yeah, you are lagging because you're not responding right back to us.
Yeah, I can hear y'all, but like, wait, oh no, don't close it. No, no. Wait.
Oh, we got a lot. We are in no rush. We're gonna hit all of our high spots.
You know who else said that? A good filmmaker who takes their time. Not a lot of
Martin
those.
Scorsese.
Sometimes. So where does everyone summer?
Oh, no, that's summer.
Where does
It's
everyone
gonna be a perfect summer.
Hello.
Yes, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Like, am I can you hear me like
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
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 Okay. I don't know what's going on with that headset. I can tell that I was like behind, like that was about to annoy me.
Yes. So now that Mike is back in real time, he's out of
Fuck the Marvels.
Mike, that's not how he feels.
Did you hear that?
I don't know.
You heard
I
that?
don't know.
Ooh.
Yes,
You
I
heard that?
did. I did, but
Oh,
why
okay.
you
I
lying
just
to
making
all
sure.
of us?
That was just a test. I love the Marvels. The Marvels is everything. I was just playing. I just wanted to make sure that you heard me in real time. All right.
Woo! What's going on?
There's a lot
yes.
going on. I love the Marvels. No, I did. Hold on, let's show my face. No, I was just playing. I just wanted to make sure. It's this damn headset.
Is that the gaming
it's
headset? Or your regular
headset.
headset?
It say you're not playing Call of Duty or Fortnite. Don't use me. It said, don't use me right now. I'm tired.
But yeah,
no,
Mike,
wait, are we on the Marvels? Did I miss? What did I miss? I
No.
heard.
You
Wait,
didn't
no,
miss
we were
anything.
just talking.
You didn't miss
We were just
anything.
talking.
Yeah.
No, my headset was tripping. Like, and I was like, I could tell that I was behind because I was trying to respond to stuff that y'all were saying, but y'all were responding like 2 minutes after the fact that I'm like, something ain't right. But okay, let's go.
But yeah, Mike, you lead off with the Marvel talk since well, actually, we go. Well, all right, let's go in order of people who saw it first. So Avia,
No,
Mike.
I want Avia to lead off on it only because of what. Yeah, I want Avia to lead off only just because of what that movie stands for and who the director was, of why this movie should be more than what it is.
Okay, I got you.
Yes.
So I watched it Thursday, and they set this movie up. They set this movie up to fail. Everyone's talking about, oh, it's not gonna make this on the opening day. It's not gonna do this, do this. Whatever, y'all go see this movie. I can say that now that the strike is over. Go see this movie. Of course, it's not going to be Endgame, Infinity War, all the big type of tentpole Marvel films, but this film does exactly what it needs to do. When we see Miss Marvel in the TV show, she's trying to figure out her powers and all this stuff, and she's a Captain Marvel groupie. But in this film, she breaks out of that. Of course, she goes from being a fan to a friend of Carol's. We see Monica. We see Monica coming from, a little girl in Captain Marvel to becoming Captain Rambo in WandaVision. We see, how she got her powers in WandaVision. And in this one, we see her come into her own as a superhero, as Photon. Because I will never forget that scene. Because I can spoil it now, but because I've seen it. But it's a scene at the end where her powers are just so strong that she's the only one who's able to to fix what the villain broke. And so she really like comes into like powerful, like Carol and Kamala just looking at her like, oh my god, like they're just staring at her like an angel or something in space. Like, it's amazing. And of course, Carol, we see her not be stranded. Like, at the end, we see her not being stranded somewhere. Like, she's actually back on Earth and going back to her roots. And that's what was needed, because Kamala is, like I said, it's where we've all seen it. Kamala, pretty much now, she's entrusted in finding the Young Avengers. As we see, she finds Kate Bishop, and we know Cassie and Quantumania, that she becomes new Ant-Man. So we start to see them forming, and that's exactly what Kamala is supposed to do. And Monica, like, when I tell you, Monica was everything in this film, and Kamala was the comedic relief. Like, Iman hit the comedic beats perfectly, and they set Nia up because they knew that a lot of people already did not want to see this movie, because number one, there were 3 female leads, 2 who were women of color. So you already know that some of these white male nerds were like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And of course, Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel just somehow just leaves bad taste in people's mouths. So they're like, no, I'm not with it. And they tried to, in Variety, when they did that hit piece on Nia, they tried to make it seem like it was her fault, like she was uncooperative, because the release date kept getting pushed back because of strikes, kept getting pushed back. But she was like, I already have another commitment after this film, so I can't keep pushing this back, because I already made a commitment to this film. So after she was done with the Marvel, she moved on to her next project, like she was supposed to do. And Variety was trying to make it seem like, it was her fault, that, the reason why she was being so cooperative, and why the movie wasn't going to turn out the way it was, that it was like a blockbuster success. And we've got to stop comparing success to what Endgame or Infinity War makes. Yes, the reason why Infinity War and Endgame made so much, because there were so many characters that intersected. It wasn't just 3 like here. And don't listen to what these people say. Go watch the movie and find out for yourself. Like, just go and watch it. Like, it will surprise you. Like I say, it's not the best Marvel film ever. Of course it's not, but it does exactly what it is supposed to do. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what pisses me off is because it's like, y'all rather not see something for yourselves, or take these opinions, or just not see something because it's 3 females or a black director or whatever. But you just want to go see the movie. You go see any other Marvel movie or any other these other movies, but because of what it is, you won't go see it. But the movie is good. I enjoy it. I keep it a buck. I did not like the villain. I'm so sick of it. Like it's a repetitive thing for me. Granted, I love the actress. I'm just over the repetitiveness of these villains. Like I'm sick of it. Like I get her motive. The motive was there. I guess I just wish that she had a little bit more substance. And that goes down to the runtime. With her, the runtime affects her character development, I feel like. Because everybody else has to be fleshed out. You have 3 main females that has to be fleshed out. They all are powerful. They all have come from different backgrounds. But with her, it's just like I feel like she was an innocent bystander. Now, when she came on screen, commanded the screen, everything, I just wish that she had a little bit more substance. I personally wish that when she was doing her little missions and stuff, trying to go save her planet, I wish that she could have pulled a villain from each one of those planets, or a villain from each one of the things that she was doing, so she could have had her own little team with her, or her own, because the people that she had with her, they was getting beat up, and then you had this man with the man bun. Like, what are you there? You like her consultant and stuff like that. Like, I get that, but he had no type of power. The last female we had was Hela, and then lady from the Black Order, and you know how they did the Black Order, so I just feel like they dropped the ball on another female villain that could have been more if you would have just gave her a little bit more substance, a little bit more room to play with. The trio, amazing, hands down. Monica, favorite. Carol, you're warming me back a little bit. Just don't fuck up in the future. Real good movie.
So you
just hate the villain.
Facts.
Hey, like
Josh had
got on my nerves. I was so mad. I felt like I was watching Ronin again.
Yep.
Okay, let Mike catch up because his audio desynced.
Wait, was she one of those villains that they think they're doing right, or they?
I mean, granted. Wait, it desync?
Yeah, because I'm looking at you saying a bunch
of
stuff.
I feel like her motives was fine. I just didn't. I don't know. I just felt like it was just. I just feel like I wish she could have had personally. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't. I'm gonna just stop talking.
No, just say what you gotta say. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it was desyncing like that. That's very weird. I don't know. See, now I think you're in sync with us. Uh-oh. Well,
it's because y'all tried to use your powers at the same time.
Yep.
I hope not. I hope that's the thing.
At this point, I'm over it. No shit.
I'll say this. The action in this movie was second to none. I feel like if there was one thing they set out to do from word go, it was make a action-packed Marvel film, and they definitely did that. It wasn't the same boring shit that we've gotten in past Marvel movies. I would say that the last time the action felt this cool looking was the Winter Soldier. Everything else I kind of couldn't tell you. You know, I couldn't pick a fight scene out of a police lineup with the most of these folks MCU films. So I definitely like the way they implemented their powers, and the switching aspect definitely made them exciting, and the way that they were being creative with it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It's been
switch to your phone, Mike. Maybe that's just your laptop.
I'm good. I'm like really over it. No shade. Like, I already had a long ass weekend. I'm over it.
Well, if it helps you in real time now. It
Girl,
helps.
I'm at this point. You already know how I'm feeling, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
And
good.
also, I love the family, like how they incorporated Kamala's family, because it
That
was
was the
great.
theme of the film. Yeah,
Hmm.
family. I honestly wouldn't
Yeah,
have
that
been
was.
mad if Ronan the Accuser popped back up, but
Oop.
I gave it to the wrong director. Anyway, yeah, good movie.
If I'm in real time, post credit scene was 10 out of 10.
Yes, it
Yes.
was.
Oh my God.
I
Yes.
We
agree.
have
Post
we
credit
do
Yes.
have
scene was
viewers.
10 out of 10. Like, I feel like it was just enough to get me excited for the future. I will say that
Hmm.
just enough.
I agree.
Secret
My
Wars is
theater
going to be
react.
interesting.
My theater reacted very
And then,
positively to it.
yeah, mine did too. Piggyback what you said. This was a good, like the fight scenes from when what she said in her interview when she was saying that she was pulling from a lot of different, animes and different things that she's seen in her past. I could tell that that was there. I would love to see Nina do more. Like I literally would to love to see her do more when it comes to like superheroes or like just tapping more into like supernatural stuff. Hell, I would love to see what she would do with some witches and warlocks and vampires. Um,
Ooh.
just because I feel like she already has an eye that personally I don't get to see a lot. And I think she did a great job with what she I think she did a great job for what she had. I feel like if she got another chance to do three, like do like to redo the next one, or even do like a movie that's starring Captain Rambeau, or a
Yeah.
series or something. I just feel like she has an eye that I think brings a freshness to it. And I hate that's why the runtime is short because it's like you're in it, but by the time you really get in it, it's wrapping up. But she did a really great job. She did.
And the thing that sucks is that now they're probably going to use this as an excuse, because they said that this movie is flopping on the first week, that Marvel's not going to hire any more women of color to direct their stuff because, well, look what happened when a woman of color director, directs, we don't make as much money. And
I
that's one thing that I know it's probably not gonna happen, but that's just something that's always, as a woman of color, that's in the back of my mind. Well, if there's a Marvel project that I want to do, I'm gonna have to work twice as hard. I mean, I'm gonna have to do that
I
anyway, but it's like now I'm gonna have to work 4 times as hard because now they're gonna think that whatever I make isn't gonna make enough money.
I'm gonna be optimistic, and I'm gonna say this movie is gonna have some pretty good legs. I'm gonna say that because of course we know this movie was heavily handicapped by the strike. There could be
Mm-hmm.
no sort of promotion. Marvel films, their promotion lives and dies on their actors going to these talk shows, doing web interviews, like promo videos, things like that. It's never the directors or Feige himself. It's always the actors. They make them the mascot for them. So they couldn't do that with this film, and that's a shame because this film is highly successful when with the three main leads. That's really why so many people who've seen it applaud it because Tiana, Iman, and Bree, they did a very, very, very fantastic job. Based off of the situation of the movie, and from the authentic awkwardness to the earned camaraderie at the end, and so them not being able to show that in real time, it did a disservice to this film, especially with all of the points Avi got there illustrating. But I do feel, as people are morbidly curious about the film for whatever preconceived notion that they had, I think that the word of mouth will change. However, I think that the post-credit scene, absolutely, I think that this will be one of the few times where the studios will forego with what Black Adam and Super Pets and some of these other films have done and put their post-credit scene in the market, online, I feel like that's something that they're not going to do or should not do, because I don't want to sound like a goddamn robot or an executive, but you know, I would sell it off of the post credit scene. Of course, leaks are going to happen, but not everybody is on Twitter religiously. Not everybody is, keeping up with that. So if the word of mouth is, oh, the folks are in this film or whatever, you know, let them show up, and then they'll see a nice. Not I know people get mad when Marvel movies are described as fun, and that's the reason why you should support them. But there's only a handful of Marvel properties where I feel like using that terminology accurately describes it and should be used as a positive as opposed to a negative. And I think that this is just a nice, good-natured film that has stakes, has good visuals, and I think that's another thing that's being swept under the rug. This isn't your typical CGI fest for 90% of the film. Of course, it has CGI because it features flying, glowing women, but it doesn't look like it doesn't look like it was an afterthought like some of the other MCU properties because of the various reasons that we all know in regards to how the VFX people were treated. And hopefully I'm not proven wrong about that. I want to believe that this was one of the more straightforward and less stressful VFX projects for these wonderful VFX artists. But I genuinely think that this movie has some legs, and I want to manifest that the atheist fears are not going to come to pass. And regardless of anything, the studio heads will understand that this was not like nothing about this situation favored the film, not based off of its quality, but based off of the situations around it. So
no shade. I feel like it's gonna be a baby.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Matt.
No, go ahead, sis.
Oh, so I was about to say, one thing that it does have going for it is the positive word of mouth going around right now. People who have seen it are like, y'all, go see this movie. Like, it's not as bad as people are saying. Like, go see it. So I think maybe next week, but I don't know, the Ballad of Song and Snakes is coming out next week, so it's fighting against that. So we'll see how it goes against that. But I say to anyone who's watching who has not seen it yet, go see it. If there's any Marvel movie that needs eyes on it, it is this one. Okay, I'm good.
I just feel I just hate it because I feel like this movie could have been bigger than what it was if situations wasn't happening. And that sucks because it's like you had 3 female leading roles, and this movie was full of emotions and character development, and like the tension at first with it wasn't even really tension, but like those moments with Carol and Monica at first, like that awkwardness with a little bit of tension, and then when they actually finally talked about it, like this movie was typical, like not a typical Marvel movie. It had emotion, it had heart, it had those feelings that we have situations that we need to talk about, but we're gonna also get the job done at the same time. And then when they actually came together as a collective and was helping each other with, syncing up with their powers, that's like my favorite, because it's like they're all working together. They're all trying to make sure that each other are synced when they have to switch and everything. But it was a great movie. Like I said, I wish the villain had a little bit more substance. Like I said, I love the actress. I just wish that she had a little more meat and potatoes, basically.
Period.
That like she had an appetizer and dessert with a little martini. No, I don't feel like she had entree. I don't feel like we had no meat and potatoes with her. Like, I get it. Like I said, I understand what she was doing, but I felt like she did not. I don't know. It just every time I just felt something didn't feel right. Like I felt like honestly, I felt like she was written rushed. Like I felt like she was wrote rushed. Like they just wrote her in there. You know,
an afterthought feeling is what you're
like
saying.
like I said, I feel like I was watching Ronan again, even though I know she comes from that race and everything. But I felt like they could have done so much more with her. You could have, if you, and this is where I think about runtime. You know, if hear me out, if they had a proper runtime like other Marvel movies had, I guarantee she would have had a group of 3 as well, or at least 2 more people to go against the other 2, and it would have been a trio versus a trio. That's the substance that I think I'm talking about. Is like I wish she could have had somebody backing her up instead of the man with a man bun that's consulting her. You know,
I feel like I agree with you. I feel, and I was thinking about this on my car ride home. You know, she says she's been doing this for 30 years, essentially, after the end of the first Captain Marvel and whatnot. And if we go back to the first Guardians movie, we know that Ronan was basically trying to get the Power Stone so he could win. What we can now surmise was so he could win the Civil War. So when Ronan died, that's when she went ahead and became, you know, obviously, I must like we can. What I'm basically getting at is a lot of the stuff that tied what Ronan did to her probably would have been fleshed out in a longer movie. But without that time, like Mike's is saying, it's just a rehash, not a continuation or, you know, picking up the pieces. We can't even, because, like, again, if we go back to Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Ronan was always being, you know, chastised about just rushing into war. Well, the Marvels probably could show the differences between the two, because we see that Dar she's trying to, you know, even though she's literally stealing these resources, colonizers, like we see that there is a more, I don't want to say peaceful, but she doesn't want to just send her people to fight on her behalf. She's acquiring these weapons of mass destruction so she could do this herself and then give her people what that is. But again, like Mike says, a longer movie could flesh that out better because since that didn't happen, we're just stuck with a rehash, more or less.
It's giving Thor 2.
But I will also say, I want to touch on this real quick before we go to the final topic, Arena. I will say something that I don't think people are talking about enough is how this. I think I told y'all this. I know for sure I told Mike this. This kind of, you know, because we all know the criticisms the first Captain Marvel movie got, you know, the white woman, the white feminism, white saviorism, all of that. I feel like this movie, what Nia was doing, that I think went over a lot of people's head. I'm not even going to say it was, you know, subtle or not really there. I think it was there. I think that people are just so caught up with box office this and, you know, fatigue that they're missing something that I feel like was consistently a fine point throughout the film, was basically the consequences of Carol's cowboy white feminist power trip, as I have often accused the character of being. Because she thought, oh, I got this, I'm untouchable, I got all this damn power. The first thing she did was go back to the world that, you know, robbed her of her memories to destroy the thing she, you know, the thing she said, okay, this is absolute evil, they're doing absolutely evil things, and once I destroy this, everybody's going to be free. And the complete opposite happened. Hala got decimated, and as a result, she neglected the scrolls, and we saw how that happened. And then she neglected her adopted family on Earth, and we see that how that happened. So basically, it was it was, I wouldn't say it was a counterpoint, but more of a natural evolution of that line of thinking of might makes right, and even if it's justified in some areas, that, you know, you can end up making things 10 times worse than what it was. And we see that with Monica's, you know, reunion with Carol, and we also see that with, you know, Carol's reluctance to be the role model Kamala gives her, and her reluctance of that, as well as a lot of other things. That's just a quick point I wanted to point out. I wonder if did y'all get that same thing too, Avia?
Yeah, can I also say that it finally sunk in to Carol, like what happened, when they were going in, when they were going through their thoughts and everything, trying figure out her plan, the villain's plan, and Carol saw it, and Kamala did too, like what Monica went through when Carol left, and I was from her mom dying of cancer, which we see her talking to Marie, that she's dying, she has cancer again, and Monica coming back from the blip and seeing that her mom is gone, and the pain that she went through, knowing that a minute ago she was sitting at her mom's bedside, but then as soon as she gets up, her mom's not there anymore. And we also feel like what also got me, they gave Marie the I love that Kamala was like, your mom seemed really cool. Like she seemed like really cool. Like they gave Marie her respect, and that goes into the post-credit scene. And I love how like Marie in particular is like they keep giving her this the spectrum photon ability, because we see her in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness as Captain Marvel. We see her as the alternate version of Captain Marvel in this, and in the post-credit scene. If you've seen it, you know what's going on. Like, okay, so they're definitely giving Marie the flowers that she also deserves, and that's something that I also like too. And they got my girl Lashana Lynch back in the movie, so that made me happy as soon as I saw her in there. It's like, let's get it.
They finally took that damn wig off of her too.
Yes, Jesus.
Well, she ain't had a wig on in Multiverse of Madness. I mean,
she did.
Now,
She
that's
did.
true.
She did.
She didn't have a wig on in Multiverse of Madness, but I mean, I think we gonna have to. I want us to put a pin in it on this because I know we got one more topic, but I do want to talk about. I do want us to have a spoiler, like a conversation about that post-credit scene, like just speculations of, because I think that other person that did really, really well introducing him, but I also want to talk about Maria. Like, is she? Because I was seeing people saying that she was binary, and I went and did some research, and I would think that would be cool if she was.
She 100% is. The costume. Hold on one second.
Yeah. I'm about to check the costume and everything. So I think I would just like for me that's lit. But I also, what's the correlation with binary and the X-Men?
Yep.
Like, I want to know. Like, oh, I can't wait. Like,
Well,
I can't wait.
Like I told you, Mike, binary. So for those who don't know, binary is the flaming powers that Carol has of course, like in the movie, like it's when she goes like super duper glowy, it's binary. That's what they say in the movies. But comic book binary was something that was introduced in an X-Men comic. For those who don't know, Chris Claremont, the father of all of the things you like about X-Men, just don't ask him about his current opinions on X-Men because they're not necessarily anti-X-Men, but they are fucking wild to say the least. He was the one. He's the one that created the binary powers, and it happened on an X-Men adventure. Spoiler alert for those who don't know. Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, however we're gonna say it. She's a little bit more of an X-Men character than an Avengers character. I know the recent, like over the last 10 years or so, she's been a heavily featured in the Avengers comic books, but a lot of her significant character moments are with the X-Men. So that's just something to keep in mind. And all I will say, without going into too much spoilers, is this: Maria, she had both quantum bands.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else has two quantum bands. You know, that other person just so happens to be a mutant. You know, this is all tied. If we're paying attention, that stuff can all be tied in some capacity. Just want to point that out. I just want to point that out. You know, just want to point those things out. Any final thoughts, opinions, observations?
Woo.
I just love the scene where they're actually like learning how to sync their powers together in the double dutch scene where Kamala's just in there when they're doing the rope and Kamala's just trying to, she's doing that little do-si-do when it's almost time to go in and she's just sitting there just doing it. It's hilarious. I love that.
Like Ben Affleck, I agree.
But yeah, my last go watch this movie, y'all. Like, go see it.
I 100% agree. So let's talk about the last topic, the topic that just dropped a couple of hours ago. It's nighttime where I am. It's even more nighttime where Mike is since he's an hour ahead. So that means the moon is out, which is apropos because the Rebel Moon full trailer dropped today during the Fox football game. And I promised these folks a hot take, and I will not disappoint. That trailer looked far better than that garbage-ass Dune 2 trailer. I'm not even going to waste y'all's time with that one. I was sitting there, I'm like, this smokes and packs up Dune big style. I wasn't feeling that Dune trailer, and the visuals looked bland as fuck. And if you're going to ask me to pick which Star Wars inspired movie, and yes, I know about Dune. I know Dune came first. I don't care. I like Star Wars more, so I'm going to ignore history and speak my truth. Ain't nobody gonna fight me over it. But of the two Star Wars sci-fi flavored, awesome looking things, I'm picking Rebel Moon 800 times, and Dune can stay in its poorly timed Call of Duty tie-in box where it belongs, because ain't nobody gonna be seeing it anyway in March. What type of fucking idiots put a Dune movie in March? Who's seeing Dune in March?
Me.
I mean, I'm being facetious. I know.
I'm
You
say because when that first one came out, I had to watch it at home because we was streaming movies to theaters. But I'm definitely seeing Dune in theaters. Like, I didn't get to see the first one in theaters, so I will be seeing this one. But yeah,
that was my hot take. I love the trailer. I'm very much in love with her double C name is gonna fuck me up because all of this damn alliteration and my brain has been not feeling alliteration recent memory. But the hot blood moon twin, not Ray Fisher, because his sister is
Cleopatra Cole?
Yeah, that's what. Yep. See, that's what my brain was telling me, but my brain was also saying, "No, come on, you're gonna fuck it up. You're gonna fuck up her name on the stream, and people are gonna be mad at you." Cleopatra Coleman, because I was saying Coleman Cleopatra. I'm like, no, that's not right. But I want to marry Cleopatra Coleman's the Blood X sister. I want to marry her and be in that dystopian sci-fi hellscape and fight revolutions. I would die for her. So that's my feelings on it. The action looked incredible. And I need Zack Snyder to take his name off of something he recently put his name on.
Whoa. You were right about that.
So yeah. Just a couple of things.
You right about that.
But
No,
yeah,
I
what's your
totally
opinions?
trailer was beautiful. It's wonderful. I think it's a nice change of pace for sci-fi because I think sci-fi has been in a rut trying to basically recapture Star Wars, and this is bringing something a little more, little more grit. I keep saying it all night, but there's some grit to it that I hadn't seen since like the '80s stuff that I am trying to catch up on, like heavy metal and whatnot. And I think we need more of that because it's interesting, and I love the uniqueness of the cast and how this is going to hopefully bring in a renaissance for yes, renaissance. I see okay, see what I did there. A renaissance for sci-fi films. Um, I love it. I love it. It's pure honey. It's so sweet. It's wonderful.
Oh yeah, it looked amazing. Like, it looked incredible. Like I'm like, put it on Netflix now. Like now.
Right.
I just want to say this
Expedition
is a movie for all fire signs.
Period.
It
Fire
is.
sign over here. Period.
A child of
It,
fire. It's in the title.
I wish part two was called an Elder of Ice.
Ooh.
You know what? When he inevitably drops the collective 4-hour version that combines both, he should
Yeah.
name this Rebel Moon, a song of fire and ice.
How about a ballad of Fire and Ice?
Ooh, I love a ballad.
Yeah, for copyright reasons, let it be a ballad.
That nigga ain't finishing that book. He can take it.
Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You have to say it, but golly.
I mean, he's not. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it's just gonna be that universe and that shitty ending that I haven't seen yet. I finished season 2 of Game. Well, I can talk about that too now. I finished season 2 of Game of Thrones about a month ago. So at this rate, I should be done with
During the strike?
At this rate, I should be done with season 3 by the time House of the Dragon season 4 ends. At this rate, I'll keep up this. I know Avia's ready to punch me in my face.
I am. I'm about to come to this computer
It's been a
screen.
minute. It's been a minute.
Stand on
Like,
business. Stand on business.
it's been. I thought you were supposed to watch that like some months ago.
See what
Now
happened.
that I can say that. Oh, and I'm ready for House of the Dragon season 2 trailer. Give that to me right now.
Yeah.
Season 2 comes out early summer 2024. So Q, by then, I know you think season 1 House of the Dragon, but by then you better watch all 8 seasons.
I'm halfway through Game of Thrones. I guys just
You're
gotta
not
start.
halfway through. You got 6 more seasons to go. You ain't halfway through.
From a certain point of view.
No.
That's not how this math works. That's not how this math works. You got 6 more seasons to go.
He said he'll watch it on his own time.
Ooh. But no, Mike, what was your thoughts on the Rebel Moon trailer?
Where's December 22nd?
Facts.
That's all.
I hate that they're not making a more countrywide release in theaters.
Yeah.
That's bonk. I wish
I'd love to see that in theaters. I'd love to.
We don't have California gas money. Aaron, Avia.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Avia, you
no.
go first, then
Nope.
Aaron.
Nope.
What were your favorite moments from the trailer?
When I saw the blood axes, man, I think that's everybody's favorite. But when I saw them, I was like, yeah, they about to do some damage. And just seeing Ray work with Zach again, was great to see. Even though we knew he was going to be in the movie, but just seeing it, it's like, yeah, let's get it.
110%. I'll just say this. I'm sorry.
No. I was gonna make a joke. It's too soon. It's too soon.
I was gonna say that I love that there's a Coliseum world.
Yes.
That is right up. Like Zach cannot leave that mythology alone. If he wanted to, and the fact that he still found a way to make space Greek mythology, space Coliseum.
Okay, enough of that.
That's so on brand, and we love it.
Enough of that. But more of that. LOL, you wild. Keep going.
I promise you.
I think it's looking like if people with keen eyes look at the trailer, I think it's a natural progression for a director who made Sucker Punch to do this. I think it makes so much sense. And if it's one thing Zach gonna do, is have a shot of somebody running their hands through some dirt. And I love it.
Yep.
The action is never slacking in a Zack Snyder film. Of course, we all know this. There's never been a lame Zack Snyder film.
It's so aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Like, this is a beautiful looking film. God, this needs to be put in theaters. Whew.
I will say this, and this might be controversial, and this may not be politically correct, but it needs to be said. Cross this shit over with Army of the Dead. Fuck all of that noise. I'm sorry to that. I'm sorry to these men, women, and people off the spectrum, but if you not down with a Rebel Moon Army of the Dead cinematic universe, what's going on? What is going on? Give me my zombies. Give me my aliens. We don't have to pick and choose. We can get them both. You know what I'm saying? Life is fun. Life is fun when you can have more than one.
Yeah, Zach could meet us in the middle and dance all night with that. And matter of fact, if there was a whole zombie planet, that would be right up the alley of the nods to heavy metal, because there's a whole section about that.
Like, imagine, they go to imagine in part 2, they go to an Earth. They go to an Earth that's been fully decimated by the zombies, and they go get into one of the time loops where Batista and Omari Hardwick and the squad, they're still alive, and they recruit them for whatever reason. Let's just be real.
Yo,
word to Cypress Hill. Let's stop trying to put folks in a box.
You still got your Taco Bell box?
No, what's wrong with you?
Oh my!
You gotta see the vision, bro. We're not talking about these mega conglomerates that makes mistakes with the multiverse.
But hasn't it already been said that they do live in the same universe or some shit like that?
He said that in the animated show that hopefully will see the light of day.
Honestly, I do wish that he would keep it, some type of a little, put a little stick in the middle and say, you stay on this side, y'all stay on this side.
Y'all don't want to see Zeus the King. Come on now. Y'all don't want to see Zeus the King zombie or some shit pop up on goddamn the Coliseum planet or something like that. We know.
The only reason I say that this is already in the works because wasn't it aliens in Army of the Dead?
100% there were.
So then the blue eyes and all that shit. So I mean, it's always been there. I just feel like I don't want him to damn overload us and be like, ooh,
Yeah, like have Batista show up in a space. Like at the end of part 1, they're on the ropes and they're like, "What can we do? How can we save this?" And Batista just crash lands on a spaceship, comes out, and he's like, "We need to talk." Smash to black, and then it says to be continued. And
No,
it's
we
like,
really would have had a really wonderful conversation about this if y'all just watched a couple movies for Animation Month, because y'all are literally saying the plot points for an animated movie that's already out there, and I just want to point that out because y'all need to get it
Girl,
together.
put it
But
in the chat. Put it on the playground.
Yeah.
it is the playground. This is the playground. I'm letting
What?
it be known.
What's the movie?
like
I said
have
heavy metal.
Batista, like have
I
have
watched Heavy Metal. You know that.
So rewatch it.
like
No.
have the blood, like have like something happen to Sophia Patella and Charlie Hunnam squad, and then the Blood X twins are like standing in the middle of this road, like watching them get taken
Not
off.
they
Like, what are
fucking
we-
twins. Ew.
like
Not,
just follow me now. Follow me now, y'all. Follow me. Like they're standing in the middle of the road, watching them fly.
I'm gonna stand over here.
Like
They're-
I'm over it already. You doing
Like,
too much.
no, just wait. Just let me let me cook for a little bit. Like, and they stand in the
You don't
middle
know
of the
how
road,
to
watching
cook.
them
That's the thing.
just let me just see y'all playing me. Just let me finish. Just let me just rock with me. For
Exactly, Josh. We don't want that MCU shit. Keep that shit over there.
just rock with me. Just let me rock this one time, and I'm gonna leave y'all alone with it. They standing, they standing in the middle of the road watching them fly off, and then you just see Batista running out of frame into the frame, and then he goes, "Hey, what's going on?" And they get scared, right? And then I'm like, "So, who are you? Where are you from?" And he goes, "Blah blah blah," his name, and he's back from the future. And then, god dang, if they look bewildered, and then we see clips and scenes from the next movie set to score. You know, maybe like some of it takes place on like a Western planet world or whatever, and like there's a train involved, and we go from there.
Woo!
Aaron, what are your thoughts?
The only thing I would do, that's a very ambitious idea, but I think what would better work is there's just nods to said universe like that. And why don't you have a planet full of zombies? And why don't there be a zombie god instead of a zombie king? And there could be an implication that there's more out there.
So what you're saying
Somebody
is you
can
don't.
interpret that.
So what you're saying is you don't want a third act that revolves around them stopping a train so that they can get to the next planet and get back to where they came from. Is what you're saying.
I don't.
Lord have mercy.
So what you're saying
hurt.
is so what you're saying is you don't want a ZZ Top cameo at some point.
I don't.
I don't.
So what you're saying is you don't want to have a sequence where one of the
I
characters
want an epic space opera without the zombies right now. Give me part 1. Give me part 2. Yeah,
And if it
later.
doesn't end, let's get
Like
part 3.
later.
So
I don't need it right now. Keep them separate because at the same time, shoot, can I have a little more Army of the Dead? I don't need them intertwining right now.
So I just want to be clear that no Western, no trains, no wearing a plate under the poncho to stop.
Nobody combined Indiana Jones and Star Wars. It's okay.
See, Aaron is purposefully trying to get a rise out of me because he knows exactly what I'm trying to get him to acknowledge, and he's purposefully going.
I'm not acknowledging nothing. I don't know what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
He knows exactly what I'm referring to.
No, train, ZZ Top. What is this that you're talking about?
Well, how about this? They go to a planet. It's called like Ville Halley or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's I don't know. Like I personally think that framing
we
time
let you cook, and you were cooking with the air fryer. Next,
You know what? Fuck you, Aaron, for that one. Don't you fucking talk about my goddamn air fryer like that. Don't you fucking talk about my goddamn air fryer like that.
Well, you're not gonna use the crack pot.
Like, it's not my goddamn crack pot.
It don't matter.
That's the last
Food is
time.
food.
This was grand opening, grand closing. How about that? We ain't gonna do no more. You try to give no ideas. Y'all see what happened. I'm trying to get y'all to see the picture. I see what y'all doing.
You burned the food. You tried to cook and you burned the food.
Burnt the food.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Did you burn your greens? Let me ask you that question. Did you burn your greens?
No, actually, they came out wonderful.
Did they? Did they turn out wonderful?
They did. They didn't even need hot sauce on. That's how great they were.
That sounds like cap, but I'll leave it alone for right now.
I know you don't really cook, so you wouldn't know.
I don't really. I was just cooking, but y'all threw my food away in the garbage without even tasting it. How about that?
It was just Taco Bell refurbished. I don't want that.
No, that was.
I don't want that.
That was a Le Cordon Bleu 3-star meal from
New York. I want no 3. I don't want no 3.
It was a New York 3-star Le Cordon Bleu. You gotta wait at least 2 hours before you even get a nibble of it.
All right. That's my cue. I got Housewives to watch and Call of Duty to play.
Y'all still playing that
how
game?
I get shut down. Y'all see how I get shut down?
It's Sunday, and I advise you to straight like.
Not whack him one time for me, Mike.
Even no, I'm not. After, I'm about to whack all 3 of y'all. I'm about to whack all 3 of y'all. So,
damn, what Avia do? How Avia get in there?
She sneezed on the beat. The beat got sicker.
And the beat got sicker. Period.
But ain't that a good thing? Ain't that what we trying to do?
Sometimes.
But y'all let me know in the chat. Do y'all want Rebel Moon to be a cinematic universe that makes billions of dollars and people happy and
it ain't gonna make billions of dollars if it's not getting a whole full theater run?
Yes, it can for them streaming numbers.
And I'm being that's what the strikes were for.
Exactly.
Full circle. See how that came full circle?
Thank you.
We gotta make sure we see those numbers. We gotta make sure we see them numbers.
Exactly.
Full circle.
Exactly.
Is that what he meant by the hashtag?
You know what my favorite part of the trailer was? You know what my favorite part of the trailer was him not mentioning Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Fact. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No DC, no cape shit, none of that. You know what my favorite part of the trailer was?
Armada.
When they had the scene where Blood Axe was at a shooting gallery and he was able to get it all right on his first try.
Yeah. That could be a metaphor for something. A lot to think about.
Y'all watch now that the strike is over. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, go watch Back to the
Future. Oh my God, the strike is over. Me and Avia can finally talk about Heartstopper season 2.
Yes. Yo.
And we can finally talk about the news that is coming. We can finally talk about Yellow Jackets. We can finally talk about, oh my God, Interview with a Vampire season 2 and all the damn speculation that have dropped. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Back, y'all. Be prepared.
Woo! Wait, hold on. Wait,
it's not coming back, but yeah, be prepared.
That's exactly what I was saying. Because Aiden is saying one thing, and Mike's saying another thing, and I personally feel like it's being misconstrued, so I can't be on the show no more. Which wouldn't be the first time that happened.
You see, yeah, Man still got mentioned. But I think it's real funny that he did not put I would, me personally, with this whole situation with that, he would have put it out there. I'm surprised he didn't put that out there. I would have put that before Man of Steel. No shade.
Mm-hmm.
I personally want to understand.
Just saying, I don't know, but I feel like Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League is a touchy situation for everybody.
Fact.
It's, it's still in limbo for a lot of us. No shade.
I want to know. I want to know why Mike keep playing with me about what's the tea, because Avia keeps saying that it's coming
What?
back.
There is no tea.
Avia literally just said what's the tea is coming back. You're saying every
I
time
know,
ask
but
you,
there's
you
still
say,
no tea.
I think
Not
it's
yet.
getting
We haven't made anything yet.
Mike,
Right, no
but see,
tea.
Avia saying yeah. You're saying no, whoa.
No tea.
So what's so
She got the speed.
it coincidentally only happens when I show excitement about the prospect of me somehow being on an episode. That's the only. But I just want y'all to know who's
Will
watching.
Q find out what happened with What's the Tea? Is there actually an episode? Find out next time on Real Streamers with MD.
Right.
You guys, it ain't no right. Oh, I'm so
The
glad.
storyline for me has run stale.
I'm so glad.
Yes,
I'm
Gen
so
V.
glad you asked
Yes,
this.
yes. I've been watching Gen V.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I
And,
want
and
to
I'm gonna
say-
watch season 2 of
Oh,
Invincible.
would y'all cover Gen? Yeah, definitely Invincible. I have not watched Gen V yet. I have not.
Oh,
I'm trying
it's so
to.
I haven't
good.
watched.
It's so
I haven't watched
good.
anything from the boys verse. I will say, however, that I have a pretty significant and spicy hot take about Invincible that I know will make folks mad.
You know what? I thought about your hot take as I was watching the recent episode, and we might have a situation with you.
Is it the Q's full of shit situation or Mike somewhat agrees kind of situation?
I don't know yet.
That makes
I
things
think it's
interesting.
I don't give a damn what the factory got to say situation.
Exactly. Exactly. Like bar for bar, Aaron.
I also need to talk about Mortal Kombat 1. That was never strike work, but
Woo.
since we're gonna be ramping back up big style, I also need to let y'all know my feelings about Mortal Kombat 1.
And on that note,
Wait, Josh is saying say it, Q. See, I can't say it until Avia watches the first 2 episodes of season 2. I don't want to spoil anything, but
I say it. You want to say it so bad. You said you was gonna bring it up tonight.
I am going to say it, but I'm going to respect.
I feel like you might as well go ahead and say it because I mean,
Avia got to give me the green light. I'm not going. If Avia
You can say it. Go ahead and say it, but make it quick. Make it quick.
Okay. Invincible is officially on my anti-black watch list. I have to watch it with a magnifying glass because they done did a little bit too much funny business with some of the black characters in the show for me to and I just want to let everybody know I have read the entire Invincible comic book series, and there's some shit that gets a lot sketch with some more black folk that have yet to show up in the damn series. So it ain't just this. I'm not saying it's anti-black. I'm not saying Robert Kirkman is an anti-black creator. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying that for me personally, I have to put it on a watch list because some of the shit looks a little bit too funny for my money.
I mean, look how they did. What's her name? His girlfriend. Look how they did his girlfriend.
Oh, and
Aaron, can you say that line one more time for me?
I don't give a damn what the factory got to say.
I don't give a damn what the factory got to say.
and like I said, y'all also get me some y'all also get some Mortal Kombat 1 opinions from me. I can't some very positive Mortal Kombat 1. I'll just say this:
it is not positive. Tell the truth and shame the devil, you devil.
I genuinely love Mortal Kombat.
No, he 1. Don't let this man fool y'all.
I genuinely love Mortal Kombat.
You don't even like the new Call of Duty. If you feel like
you can't trick me.
Mike is not making stuff up big time.
But
I make stuff up. Oh, okay.
About Call of Duty, yes. I ain't never told you I didn't like the new Call of Duty.
He really don't give a damn what the factory got to say now.
Q is a
y'all are playing me. Y'all are playing me right now.
Like you were playing the game.
A life? I try.
I was talking about Mortal Kombat 1 because I mean I remember when you said stuff.
How I said Mortal Kombat 1 redeemed itself over what MK11
That
did,
is
but I agree.
okay.
But I
Oh,
agree.
so why are you gaslighting right now?
Y'all are some of the most trying to get me to act up on camera, folks. I done
But you
ever met.
said
Y'all, what I say? Finish the sentence. Go on, finish the sentence and lie. Because y'all kept cutting me off before I can even finish my thought.
I ain't got
Mortal Kombat 1 is very fun. I love it. It's a game I very much enjoy playing, but it has some pretty significant problems that cannot be ignored. That is not the fault of NetherRealm Studios, but of everybody's favorite dumbasses, Warner Brothers. Did I tell a lie? Did anything I just said was inconsistent with what I've told y'all off cam? Just yes or no?
Yeah, I'm not doing this with you.
No, because Mike, we can talk. No, let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it now since it's a childless. Don't care what the factory got to say that. See, Mike thinks I'm a lying dumb bitch who actively hates this game and is trying to.
Nah, I ain't say all that. Now you putting words in my mouth. Now.
Mike has absolutely sworn at me, said that I'm a lying such and such and so, and that I just need
such a reunion. This is definitely a reunion.
And I don't like this game. That I was waiting for this game to get some sort of controversy so I can pounce on it, and that is where he stands, and that is not true at all.
When was the last time you played the game?
Literally 2 days ago, I played Omni-Man. He's very fun. I'm trying to learn a lot of combos with him. He's absolutely fantastic.
Oh my god!
And now I'm lying. See, when Mike says that means he thinks I'm lying about this. He thinks he's thinking that I'm just saying that in the moment to try to be a good guy. Now, mind you, this is first time ever asking me about what if I played Mortal Kombat 1 in the last couple of days.
He waited asking you about the game.
Even though every time we've talked about this, I've said something I liked and pointed out something that happened that went wrong, but never said that. When did I say, Mike, I think this game sucks? I do not like Mortal Kombat 1.
2 weeks into its release.
No, I didn't. What are you doing? You gonna sit there and say that?
Q,
stop. Mike, who was going, man, I can't wait for you to play this because the story mode is so fucking fantastic. I think you'll love it.
Okay.
So I didn't say that.
On that note, y'all.
I didn't say that.
Right, I'm out. Peace.
Y'all see this shit.
The devil is a goddamn delight.
And then they call it me the devil? TJ, one thing before we go. Hopefully they didn't hit the in-stream button for comedic effect, which would be hilarious. So you think they're messing up the brain dude? I'm not going to speak on that because I know some pretty significant spoilers about it, and I do not want to ruin any sort of shocking event with that.